I do think probably Nuno was a little bit hamstrung in this game. I don't know whether he quite got it tactically, but I think that was probably down to a couple of players not being available, Anderson and the other being Morgan Gibbs-White.
And Chris Wood as well. I thought he was missed. I know he was rested, but I think, Awoniyi looked isolated.
It wasn't the ideal game for Awoniyi to come into with his fitness issues of late. I think it was a difficult game for him. But if you look back to the Liverpool game, which they obviously won 1-0 earlier on the season, Anthony Elanga and Hudson-Odoi obviously were absent from that starting lineup. They almost operated with 5 midfielders in there, or 4 midfielders, 4 centre mids, and then Gibbs-White in behind Chris Wood. And I think that just helped them plug any gaps that Liverpool operated in.
Yeah,
especially in between that midfield and defence. And I think that's probably something would have better suited against Arsenal in this game. I think they just miss Elliot Anderson in those areas of the game where they are in possession of the ball. I just think he helps it tick over a little bit better, and their use of the ball is more efficient. I just think they turned the ball over too many times in this game. I know it's easier said than done. You're always going to have less of the ball, I think, against Arsenal. But I think when you do have it, being efficient with it, and they definitely struggled, I think, with their midfield options. They are lacking quite a few in there. Let's not forget Danilo's injured, Sangare as well. So I think it's important. I think the Forest, obviously, not get too carried away. Obviously, they've won such a great run, aside from these last couple of games. And they're still having a very good season. Let's not forget that. But when they get a couple of these injured players back, I think it will help them.
Yeah, agreed. Like the midfield was bypassed by Arsenal quite a lot of the time. It went from defence to attack so quickly because there was no resistance from the middle. And Anthony Elanga subbed at half time as well, kind of showed how Nuno saw the game going. And I think he admitted in the post-match that they were just second best to Arsenal. They just came up against an opponent that was just better than them in every area of the pitch. What would the game have panned out like if they had all of their first choice players available? Who knows? Would have been a much different result, I think, to 3-0, definitely. But yeah, no need to panic for Forest. I don't think Forest fans are looking at this and going, Nuno out by any stretch. They're having a good start to the season, and this is just them coming up against a superior opponent in some ways, isn't it?